Hey, Trey Veston here, and this is just a video I did today on Sunday, September 11th, 2022, and took the KLR up a familiar ride. This is Moscow Mountain, and I grew up in this area, and I used to take this road all the time when I was in high school partying. Before that, I'd ride horses up here. Now, they've added a lot of gravel to this road, and it's kind of changed from an off-roading type road. I mean, I used to take a 67 Plymouth Fury 3 station wagon up this road to get to the party spots in high school, and now it's obviously degraded quite a bit. Transitions from the thick gravel, large size gravel, to more of a dirt road here pretty soon. But yeah, this video is just kind of me trying out some of the new equipment I added on yesterday. Added some soft panniers from Wild Heart, 20-liter dry bags, and they worked okay. We got a little dust in them, but I think that was because they're mostly empty and I didn't have everything all puffed up and cinched down tight, so allowed some gaps for a little bit of dust to get in there, but nothing too bad. But yeah, this road is pretty challenging, and the mountain bikers have kind of taken over the mountain. When I was a kid, I used to horseback ride up here, and then we'd take our four-wheel drive vehicles up, and then some dirt bikes. And now lately, as the region has become a little bit more liberal, it's mostly mountain bikers and hikers up here now. And you can kind of see some of the tracks they leave. They wear down the dirt, and it's these smaller tracks, and so it's kind of hazardous for motorcycles. But yeah, I got some good videos, some trails, and showing off some of my skills, increasing, still quite the newbie. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the other terrain I was able to successfully negotiate. Okay, we sped up the video a little bit here for this section. I wanted to take a road to the left that goes down to a place called Cedar Grove, which was an old party spot. And I eventually did find the road that goes down there, but started to take the bike down there and then decided it might not be a good idea. So let's see what that looked like coming up here in just a second. Okay, so here it looks like I thought I found my little trail down to the Cedar Grove, and I start going down, and then it hits me that maybe this isn't the right trail, and maybe it's a little too steep. So kind of pausing, thinking about it. But what the heck? I'm out for an adventure. Let's go down. And then I see around the corner, and I just see it drop down really steep. This part is deceptive because it's much steeper than it appears actually on video. I decided, nope, I'm going to turn around. I don't think this is the right trail going down to where I want to go. And so I start turning the bike around slowly, and realize it's not a 45, it's probably a 30-degree incline here. You can't really tell from the video, but yeah, it's steep, and it's kind of loose dirt here, and so I'm trying to get things turned around and get the bike pointed back up the trail. You can see the gate, everything is gated up here, and most of the time you can get around it on an ATV or motorcycle, but anyway, you can kind of see the skid marks in the dirt by the front tire. The bike was just barely able to get traction to keep it from sliding backwards down the hill. I was kind of having a little puckering moment right here. And I think I killed the bike a couple of times trying to get it to go starting first. And it's like, yeah, this would be a bad spot to dump it and not be able to. There's no way I get it up and out of here. It's by myself, which I was. So guess that 50-year-old wisdom is starting to kick in. But here I was able to start it, get it going back up. Okay, headed back on the main road here, and just trying to find a road off to the right that's going to take me up to the lookout spot. It's my favorite spot in high school for beer kegs and all sorts of very nefarious activities. So let's see if we can find that road. Nope, that wasn't it. All right, it's coming up here in a second. We'll find it, head up to the lookout, and see what's going on. Alrighty, we found that road, so I'm going to start heading up to that. That's going to take us up to Lookout, and you can tell it's a bit rougher. It's a little more narrow. Well, actually, here it is. Here we are starting up the road, and now it's obviously narrow and a little bit rougher, pretty steep. So this was challenging. A lot of my 13-year-old dirt bike riding skills were kicking in, leaning a lot further back on the seat, trying to take some of the weight off the front wheel, and transfer the weight over the rear wheel so I could get traction, and plus the front wasn't going to dive or follow me the ruts. Didn't have any issues. Had a lot of fun. Was doing a lot of standing and sitting down, and yeah, we actually had clearance was sort of an issue. Here's a tree coming up. Oh, cannot stand up. Going under a tree, that would hurt. So yeah, this road just kept going on up, and eventually to the lookout is about a 1 mile at the most ride up here, but it was a lot of fun and hard to believe. I used to take cars up here. Yeah, two-wheel drive 70s cars up this road, and now it's just overgrown so much it's little more than a single track. So yeah, I took my UTV up here a couple years ago, and it hit some branches here and there. So, but I found tire tracks, so I have no idea what they were driving, that they were able to get up this road. That was narrow, but somebody made it up here in a vehicle, so I saw the tracks. But most of the tracks were mountain bikes, and yeah, just mountain bikes, hikers, and I think I saw one other dual sport track. So it looks like they were running. I'm not sure the tread pattern is a little bit more aggressive than mine, so it wasn't a full knobby, but it was close. So anyway, yeah, we're almost up to the top, so take a look. Trey Veston here, and made it to one of my favorite spots when I was in high school, an old drinking spot called Lookout on Moscow Mountain, and took the KLR up here. Barely made it. It's not an off-road bike, but did pretty good. Drank a lot of Rainiers up here over the years, so I brought one along with me for celebration. So, but the lookout, the views are amazing, but due to multiple forest fires, they're not. There's the KLR, latest mods, Wild Heart 20-liter bags installed, and so far seem to be fine. Got my old trusty bayonet that I've had for decades in various vehicles. Got it mounted on there. Trusty machetes back on, as zombies. And I think that's it. Got some lights, new LEDs on here. And those are not wired up yet because I was not ready to do that yet, so we'll get those going. Wired in, and got the Shinko. For some reason it's weird on the front. It says Golden Boy Trail Tire SR244. But on the back, it's got a different name for it. And it's the same tread. It's a Shinko Trail Tire SR244. So it's just not called the Golden Boy. So apparently my fronts are golden, which is awesome. Yeah, here's the giant fire spot. And you go out down here. And this was a fun trail when you're really drunk. All right, this is the infamous lookout, and not much of a lookout now. Yeah, you can kind of see down there's Tamarack Ski Lodge. It's closed, been closed for decades. And the other end of the mountain, that's facing west. That's south. That's east. You can maybe just barely make out Spring Valley Reservoir and all the smoke, but yeah, that's it. Beautiful spot. Alrighty, right up here was pretty good. A little challenging. A lot of soft dirt. It was gravel most of the way, and they've been taken over by mountain bikers, so they've created a lot of small little ruts, and they really grabbed the front tire on a dirt bike. So the KLR is especially challenging. There's some elderberry bushes. Grandma used to make elderberry wine when I was a kid. Yeah, beautiful spot. So alrighty, let's make our way down the mountain. Hopefully we don't dump it on the way down. Been lucky so far. And here we are heading down the mountain. The guy on an ATV up at Lookout said this way was pretty sketchy, and it was. I about bit it here coming up in just a moment. As closest I came to dumping it. And yeah, the dirt was just real thick and lots of big rocks. And I came up and a little too much brakes. And I think you can see I come over here to the side. It's like, oh, I actually got a little sideways and the bike started to go over a little bit, but I caught it. And I felt the pannier hit my leg, but good thing I got the soft ones, so, or else I would have really been in a pickle. So anyway, it was a great day, and made it back down off the mountain, back home. 61 miles total. KLR did great, equipment did great, and thanks for watching. Trey Veston out, and we will see what more fun we can do in the Northwest. It's getting a little colder. These are starting to change, so maybe we'll do more shooting and less bike riding. And but anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll upgrade my equipment so you don't have to listen to cheesy voiceovers. All right, thanks. God bless.